went other place. Let's continue the things. Stanza number 4. So we shuddered there in the silence. Then each and every one of us, we have completely fallen there itself. Fallen in the sense, we had been completely sat there with complete silence. Nobody was talking even a single word. Each and every one, just their lips were making movement, which indicates that they were praying to their own God, please save them from this. That was the only thought which they were having in their mind. Next. For the stoutest held his breath. Here the stoutest means the strong person. Even the strong person was also holding his breath. Why the strong person was holding the breath? In a sense, here we can imagine, my dear friends, it means the James is going to be explained to us that if you are breathing quite a louder way by listening your breath, if the storm listen to your breath, then it can attract you towards you and it can swallow you. Like that also we can imagine, or else even we can imagine that each and everyone were completely scared and even they were not at all having the capacity or the strength to breathe also. Stoutest in the sense we can compare here the strongest man or even the captain of the boat, Christopher Columbus also we can compare. Even Christopher Columbus also completely scared. He was not at all having a condition, he was not at all in a condition to be breathed in a proper way also, because he was scared that much. Next. Why? The hungry sea was roaring and the breakers touched down with the depth. Here the breakers, it means the waves. So here they are imagining that as if the hungry sea, it means the sea which need a lot of food and all. So that hungry sea, it is completely creating the roaring sound and it is searching its food. The hungry sea, it is creating its roaring sound and it is searching for its food. And here if these people, they are breathing quite louder way, in a sense that breathing sound or the breathing, if it is listened by that hungry sea, in a sense it can swallow them. So better they were holding their breath. And even the waves, breakers, it means the waves of the sea. The waves were talking to the depth. They were feeling that if the boat, it is, instead of flowing the boat in this way, if the waves are created a hyper one, then definitely the boat will go towards the hyper, then soon after a fraction of a second, when the waves will come at down, along with the waves, even the boat will also come at down. For each and every moment they were facing it out. So sometime they were feeling that, okay God, finally we have come at down, they were feeling, then suddenly the another wave, it was the strongest and the biggest wave, it was coming and lifting their boat and throwing them away. So that was the thing which is continuously going on among them. Next, stanza number 5. As thus we sat in darkness, each one busy with his prayers, we are lost. The captain shouted as he staggered down on the stairs. See, then we are all, it was completely the dark night. It was completely the dark night. There wasn't even a moon, because it was raining. How can we find the moon? Because of the cloud or under the cloud, the moon was completely hiding, we can imagine here. So it was completely dark, and in that dark we were just holding our hands and praying to God. Each and every one of us busy in praying to God. And suddenly the captain of the boat, Christopher Columbus, suddenly the captain of the boat, he said that we are lost. We are lost in a sense of fine, over here our life got an end, we are not going to remain alive. We are all going to be dying, we are all dying under the strong storms of this sea. The sea is going to be swallow us, the sea is going to be consume us, and we cannot survive now, we cannot escape from here. Christopher Columbus said these things, and after saying that, suddenly he staggered down on the stairs. Staggered down on the stairs, it means he has fallen down on the steps, staircase. On that he has fallen down, it means he has sat with very disappointedly by thinking that we have gone. It means we are going to die. We are not having any other option to survive. Then, the stanza number 6. But his little daughter whispered as she took his icy hand. See, now what happened that the Christopher Columbus, he was going along with his little daughter. About this, there was not at all any explanations in the discovery lesson. about his daughter or other things or about this incident. There is not at all any explanations in the discovery lesson, but here in the poem you can find it out because it's all imaginations. So here the little daughter of Christopher Columbus, one who was there with him, she went closer towards her father. She is holding his icy hand. It means it was a winter season and the hand was completely cold. So she held his icy hand. It means the father's icy hand she is holding and she is going to kiss to the hand. And she is continuing the word. She is saying that, isn't God upon the ocean just the same as on the land? Father, you were saying me that when we were there on the land, when we were there at our home, you used to tell me that the God is there. For each and everything you were saying that the God is there, Jesus is there, Allah is there, Bhagwan is there, Ram is there, such kind of words you were saying me. I just explaining you the things that though the girl may not be said these things, she has just said that isn't the God upon me there? So as on the land, how the God was there, how you were saying that the God is there on the land and all. So don't you think that the God isn't here on the oceans? How the God is protecting us on the land, the same way He can protect us even on the ocean also. Why you are scaring? In casual way, in such a friendly and a lovely manner, the daughter of Christopher Columbus was suggesting to the Christopher Columbus. This was an excellent word. After listening this, each and everyone, the 50 members, those who were there, even including Christopher Columbus, they got courage and they started to move ahead with their work because that courage can make them to be successive. Then what is happening there? Last stanza number 7. Then we kiss the little maiden. Here the maiden, it means a servant, but here we can imagine that angel. Here the word maiden we can imagine as an angel. We kissed the little maiden. We kissed each and every one of us. We went closer towards the little girl of Christopher Columbus, and we were holding her hand and we were holding her head, and we were kissing to the forehead of the girl. You can imagine, or to the hand of the girl. You can imagine here. We kissed the little maiden and we spake. Spake in a sense spoke. Okay, fine. That it's a old English that we can make it out. Spake. Spake to spoke. Spoke in better cheer. We spoke with that girl in a very happy way. We said to her that, yes, my dear angel, as you have said to us that, as you have given courage to us, the God, even He is there on the ocean also, as He will be there on the land. So the God will protect us. Each and every one, we got a smile on our face, and we started to be greeting the girl or the daughter of Christopher Columbus. And we anchored. Anchored, it means to move ahead. We have taken the boat towards the direction, so let anything to be happen that we will face it out. That finally they have decided in their mind. When the morn means morning. Okay, when the morn, it means in the next day morning was shining clear. Then in the next day it was a morning time. It was almost the cloud, it was completely moving ahead, and there the sun was shining. It was falling over the ocean, and now the biggest and the strongest storms of the oceans were completely silent after watching the sun. You can imagine here, after watching your father, how you will become scared and how you are going to be shut your mouth and sitting in your home as if you are very innocent. Same way, after watching the sun's light, we can imagine here, after watching the sun's light, suddenly all the entire the strongest storms or the waves of the sea or oceans, they become completely silent. There wasn't even a single shout. It means it was a pain, or else it was just like as the plain water, and through this these people are safely they have travelled. So this was the imaginary poem of Ballad of Tempest, which is written by James T. Field. My dear friends, here we can imagine that because of this reason, it may be all the 50 members were completely angry on the Christopher Columbus, and they might have saying that why we have to keep the 50 members alive into the risk just because of one person in the discovery lesson. We have discussed about this where Diego said to the Don Pedro. The comparisons we can make it out in between of this poem and that lesson. So my dear students, one more most important thing, that only the 3 poems are given for memorizations to you. One is the Quality of Mercy, I hope you have made the memorization of the quality of mercy in a perfect manner. The second one is the Ballad of Tempest. It means this poem, it is also for the memorization. And the third one is Blind Boy, which is also for the memorization. So I hope that you are going to be memorizing on this poem also. On the basis of this poem, I am going to ask you the questions, or else we shall face one test. Okay, till then stay safe, stay fine at your home. Tomorrow again I am coming in front of you all with an excellent and a marvelous lesson. Thank you.